Coke.
I'd like to try a slippery nipple.
Okay, you're cut off.
One day I'm a cafe.
Are you talking to me?
The end of The Big Bang Theory wasn't the typical tearful farewell but a complex and emotional moment rooted in a mature decision by star Jim Parsons. Though fans blamed him for the show's conclusion, the reality was far from dramatic. Parsons simply chose not to renew his contract after 12 seasons, a choice he had every right to make. Show creator Chuck Lorre later admitted he mishandled the situation by asking Parsons to deliver the news to the cast, a move that unfairly cast Parsons as the villain. The emotional fallout among the cast, especially Kaylee Cuoco, was intense, but professionalism and deep bonds prevailed. Rather than ending in bitterness, the team chose to focus on the legacy they built. The story highlights the importance of understanding, maturity, and respect when a long chapter comes to a close. Chuck Lorre admitted his mistake with Jim Parsons and his decision to leave The Big Bang Theory. Let us just say it plain, this isn't your run-of-the-mill TV show ends and fans cry sob story. No. This one's layered, loaded, and full of emotional potholes. We've always believed fame's got two faces, one that smiles for the camera and one that sighs behind the curtain. And when The Big Bang Theory clocked out after 12 robust seasons, everyone pointed fingers at one man, Jim Parsons. People acted like he unplugged the life support on their favorite show. But that story has holes. Chuck Lorre, the show's creator, even admitted he fumbled the ball by having Parsons break the news to the cast. The latter didn't storm off. He honored his contract, showed up, did his job, and simply decided not to renew. The unfair weight on Jim Parsons' shoulders. Jim Parsons wasn't the villain, he was just the guy who said what others wouldn't. In Jessica Radloff's tell-all book, The Big Bang Theory, the definitive, inside story of the epic hit series, via BuzzFeed, it's laid out crystal clear. CBS wanted more seasons, but when Parsons informed the producers he was bowing out, Chuck Lorre decided that was that, but Lorre didn't break the news himself. He made Parsons do it. Can you imagine? Standing in a room full of colleagues who've become family and dropping the bomb? According to BuzzFeed's breakdown of the book, Lorre confessed that tossing the ball to Parsons to break the news was, in hindsight, a misstep, one that may have put the wrong man in the hot seat. Only Simon Helberg knew Parsons was thinking of leaving. The rest of the cast walked into a meeting and walked out gutted. Helberg found the moment upsetting, and rightly so. While reflecting on the situation in the book, Helberg clarified that Parsons didn't abruptly walk off set or abandon ship, he simply honored his full contract and chose not to re-up for more. Simple. Aftershock and emotional fallout of the cast and crew. Kaylee Cuoco didn't hide her heartbreak. In her words, via BuzzFeed, the shock of "oh my god, what is next" was scary. I mean, we cried for hours that day. We thought we were going to do another year, so all of the sudden your life kind of flashes before your eyes. I couldn't breathe. It just felt like a death, but also a new horizon for everybody as well. It hit hard, no question. But time has a funny way of sanding down the rough edges. According to executive producer Steve Molaro, just days later, things had already mellowed. By the next run-through, pretty quickly I saw Kaylee and Jim talking between scenes and laughing. That's the sign of real pros, brushing off bruised egos and focusing on what mattered, the work, the fans, and the legacy. It would have been easy to let resentment simmer, but Cuoco made sure that didn't happen. Executive producer Steve Holland remembered her saying, "I remember Kaylee saying later that the cast members loved the show so much and it was such a special place and such a big part of their lives that they didn't want it to end ugly. When someone builds the house and lives in it for a decade, let them choose when to move out." Jim Parsons did exactly that. No tantrums, no drama, just a grown-up decision in an industry where those are rare. So maybe next time, when a star leaves a hit show, we don't cry betrayal. Maybe we tip our hats, say thanks, and remember that endings are just quiet beginnings in disguise.